Day 2. Man, am I pumped. You guys go to the Hoonigan page and check out Gymkhana 11 with Travis Pastrana. Whew. I love flying cars. And I love cars that do 360 burnouts. And let me tell you what, I got my rocks off on that video this morning. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to film this for you guys, but my intention today is to get most of, if not all of, the dash out of here. Or at least get to where I can get to the wiring. So, we will see how that goes. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alright, a little update before I go to lunch. So I got the dash out. Didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it would, because there's not that much attached to it. Now you can see the wiring chaos that has been created by people that don't know what they're doing. So I'm going to pull all of that over this way, hopefully, and clean up a little bit, and I will let you guys know how it turns out. And then I'm going to go to lunch, and then we'll come back out here and work on it a little bit more. Right, I lied! I pushed it to the left side, not the right side. But it is all out and gone now. And this would be the wiring harness for the steering column. And that bundle of wires with the cut ends right there should be the wiring for the taillights. So they should be easy to get to. Left the wires super long on the heater so that we can reconnect them. Did not disconnect a single vacuum line anywhere. This is the backlight for this, and the backlight for the glove box, and another light for the clock. The clock, that's what that is. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go to lunch, and then I'm gonna come back and work on pulling out the engine bay wiring harness, which shouldn't be that hard because it should mostly already be disconnected like that. So you just gotta walk yourself across and start taking everything out. I will get back to you guys after lunch and after I get most of this unplugged, and we'll see how that looks. There's the pile so far that came out from underneath the dash, so it was pretty gruesome. Yeah, gave her a good vacuum because I don't like laying on vacuum electrical connectors. And there's the hole for the new one. Gotta get these wires pulled back through, and gotta get this wire pulled back through. Gonna take this ground out and just do some overall cleaning up. That's what she looks like so far, midday. Right then, well, we're looking a whole lot better. Got all of the wiring out. Got the top of the fan trot out. I'm gonna have to make some quick radiator mounts, but that's okay. We'll get him better off than that. And then he said the carburetor needed to be adjusted. But when I went in here and started playing with stuff, I don't think it's the carburetor that needs adjusted. So we're gonna have to set the timing on it. And I found out it needs a pan gasket because the transmission is leaking. But there's the pile so far. I will keep trucking and let you guys know how it goes. Alright, and I'm back again. So I got the gear reduction cruise control thing deleted and ran the cable back inside so that I can actually set up the speedometer properly, and cleaned up the other stuff. Over here on the table we have the fuel pump, which needs to go like right there, not up here. That's a huge difference. It's not a lift pump. You really want head on it, and head being the weight of the fuel. The dash came out cleanly and nicely. I'll be able to reuse this, but they're gonna have to get a wash wipe switch because that one was super brittle and came apart. Be able to get the clock to work back in it and see if we can find them, whether this was a cup holder or an ashtray or whatever it was. get their controls back in, and then figure out how to get a stereo in for them. The push button start wasn't even hooked up. It's actually down here. It's never been touched. So I'm not sure how Bear was starting the car, but I'm pretty sure it was super ghetto. And we got a switch over here for whatever. I mean, whatever we end up using that for, I don't think it's needed, but that's okay. And then the pile of stuff over here, and every single bit of this has to stay until the new wiring harness is in. And I suggest you guys do that if you ever go to do this, because you're going to end up with connectors that are 4-pin like that are really weird and hard to come by, and it's easier just to clip it off of that and then put it back together. Timing needs set like I showed you guys. The carburetor probably needs set because it doesn't look like the idle screws have ever been touched. Get them an electric fan so you don't have that nightmare anymore. And you should pick up a couple parasitic drag horsepower, which is always good. Everybody loves horsepower. It's pretty much clean and ready to go. And here is all nice and super clean. And the new speedometer cable is right here. That's the one off the actual transmission, so that'll do the job that it needs to do. Like I said before, this is all the wiring to the back of the car. New wiring for the steering column that's untouched. I'll just wire that back in. So they said the wiring harness will be there the 10th. I'm not sure what today is, 7th or 8th, but it's gonna sit here until then. I'm gonna pull this ground wire out. That's like the last thing. But other than that, this is where we're gonna call it. This is where it's gonna sit. We'll have the client come out and check it out tonight, see what he thinks, so he can see the progress on it. And then I will catch up with you guys when I get the wiring harness. And I will show you how we install it. Should be super, super easy. The MSD connector is also somewhere in this pile, so that's another reason not to throw it away, because I'm not calling MSD. Any last words? There's a pile of stuff. Speaker that's been blown for years and years and years and years and years. The center console is full of screws. There was only 2 different types of screws holding the entire dash together, so that was super simple. And there's the digital dash and all of its wiring. We'll get it going. I got instructions for it, so that's that. I hope you guys have a good day, and God bless. I'm gonna clean up here and get all this stuff taken care of, get this uploaded, and then go inside and relax for a while. With a seat here and a seat on the other side too. So, alright, get out there and work on something like I always tell you. Find something to do. Keep your mind entertained. Keep learning. Every day is a lesson. I will catch you guys later, and God bless. Bye!